Hey everybody, welcome to the month of extras, and first off we'll be starting here with Pokemon Crystal. Let me explain. The month of extras is something that I'm going to be doing in the month of July, obviously, which it is right now, and basically I'll be covering as much as I can of the extras and the bonus features that I didn't cover from Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Yellow, and Super Paper Mario, and we are going to start off with Crystal, the very first game that I ever LP'd. Like, ever. So, I want to show off a couple of features, and right now on the top of my head, I just kind of remembered another one that I don't know if I will show, but obviously you will notice that this is a much crisper, cleaner visual of Pokemon Crystal than we've had of the past, where I used a camera to actually film it. And if you're not familiar with my team, we've got Piloswine here, Dragonair, Feraligatr, Haunter, Executor, and Growlithe. And you'll notice Growlithe, Haunter, and Dragonair are not evolved, and that is actually the first thing that I'm going to take care of. Dragonair needs to evolve at level 55, and right now I have it at level 50, so I'm going to be doing some off-screen training for that one. Haunter needs to be traded, and I have Pokemon Yellow set up so I can trade with it. Unfortunately, this Haunter knows the move Shadow Ball, so I can't trade it back to Pokemon Yellow. So I have to get rid of that move for something else. And last but not least, Growlithe needs that Firestone that we never got from Schoolboy Jim, I believe. So I will be right back as I go and get that Firestone, teach Haunter a different move that could actually be traded to Pokemon Yellow, and Dragonair some off-screen training. So I will be right back, and I'm sorry for like immediately already cutting of the very first episode back to Crystal, but I will see you in a little bit. Alright, after lots and lots of training and lots of restarting my computer over and over again and closing the software because my recording software wasn't working, let's see if we could do this right. Dragonair is level 54. And it evolves at level 55. And what I discovered in my pack is that I have a rare candy. So we're going to use the last rare candy that I have on Dragonair to finally evolve one of the 3 members of my team that needs evolving. Dragonair grew to level 55. What? Dragonair is evolving. Sorry for that cut, just skipped a lot right there. But finally, Dragonair evolved into Dragonite. And Dragonite is trying to learn Wing Attack. It doesn't really matter, so... Actually... No, I'm not gonna learn Wing Attack. So, we're not gonna learn Wing Attack. So, no. But now, finally, we have Dragonite on our team. That's a cool little sprite for Dragonite. I've never had a Dragonite on my team. I've never had a Dragonair or Dratini, so this is actually really cool. Let's check out its stats. It's really high up there in attack, which is probably why Lance had 3 of them. Anyway, now let's actually check our Pokegear because we need to do something else to evolve another one of our Pokemon. I believe it's Alan Schoolboy that we want to call. Yep, it's Alan. Is that Junior? I've studied quite a bit since then, and I've gotten a lot better. I'm hanging out around Route 36. Can you come down for a battle? Well, I really don't want a battle. I really want that Firestone. So I'm going to actually just go battle him and do some other things, and then try and get that Firestone, because I really need that Firestone. That way I could just have my full team that I've been needing. So I'll meet you there. Oh, there's the back sprite of Dragonite. Really cool. Okay, hold on. Alright, I kind of decided to... I battled Schoolboy Alan, but he didn't have what was necessary for me to continue. He didn't have the Firestone that I needed. So, what I did is I plugged in Pokemon Yellow to the other N64 controller, hooked it up to the game. That's why you saw two games, Crystal and Yellow. And I'm going to do what I did with Kadabra in my Yellow Let's Play, where I traded it over so I could evolve it into Kadabra, and I'm going to do the same thing with, what's his name? Haunter. And I taught it Toxic because it can't be traded over to Yellow because Shadow Ball does not exist in Pokemon Yellow, so I taught it whatever that move is, Toxic, in place of Shadow Ball, and that way I could trade it over. So, let's get Haunter. And from Pokemon Yellow, it doesn't really matter which one, I'm just going to send Pikachu over. And then we'll do the trading sequence. And now, Pikachu's in Crystal, and Haunter is evolving. Into Gengar. Me and my cousin used to love that animation of Gengar just sticking out its tongue like that. That was the most hilarious thing ever. And now I'm going to save and continue, and I'm going to trade them back. That way I get Gengar back. And then I will meet you when I do one more thing in this episode. I'm going to do one more thing in this episode that I really didn't plan to do, but I'm going to do it anyway, because it's something that I should show off. And you should know that what I'm going to show off, you need to have the N64 and Pokemon Stadium 2 and a copy of Crystal, a transfer pack to do this. So if you don't, it's understandable why you are unable to do this. And I meant to cut this, but apparently I just explained over it, so anyway, let's save and quit. And I don't know when I'll get that Firestone. I'll try to do it sometime soon in the next couple of episodes while I'm covering other things. But for now, one last thing in this episode is just that. So, where we want to go is actually, I believe, out of here and click Mystery Gift. And you can only use Gold, Silver, and Crystal to do this. Oh, hello, glad to meet you. I'm always here every day. Would you be my mystery gift friend? Go... What is that even saying? Go keep with many people? I don't know, go beep, I have no idea what you're saying, and beeping would be strange to do with people. Press the A button to complete the link. If you press the B button, the link will be cancelled. Beep, saving mystery gift. A girl transferred Machop doll to Junior's house. Mine is Bitterberry, thank you. I want Thunderstone. I'll be here tomorrow. Please come again. Okay, see you tomorrow. So basically you can do this every single day, and then when you check your game, you will actually, I believe, trade items, and I think she'll say which item she wants. So right there, she got the Bitterberry, and she gave us a Machop doll for our house. So, let's actually go see what that Machop doll actually does, and if you have a Thunderstone, you can go back and give her a Thunderstone, and she'll probably give you something else. You can only do this daily, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, she says, I'll be here tomorrow, so obviously well, that will be the next day. I'm sorry, this episode seems really just out of place and like everywhere, and trying to like evolve Dragonite and Gengar, and unfortunately Growlithe is still not there. And yes, I have Noctowl on my team because I needed to fly to a different city and I didn't feel like walking from Mount Silver all the way to Ecruteak City. That would have really been annoying. So I guess while this is loading, I can talk about the other things that I'll be covering in Crystal. On the next episode, I'll be covering the Battle Tower. So that will be interesting. I don't know how much of the Battle Tower I'll actually really show, but I'm going to show the Battle Tower. I'm also going to... I wonder if this option does anything. Press A. Yeah, this, if you do it through this, I believe you have to do something else. I don't remember what I was trying to say there. What was I trying to say? Oh, the Battle Tower. I don't know how much of the Battle Tower I'll actually show, but I'm going to try to show as much of it as I can. I'm just seeing what else I've got in here. Oh, a metal coat. You can use that to evolve it into a Scyther, into a Scizor, and an Onix into a Steelix. So, that's helpful if you have the N64 and transfer pack, or just the old-fashioned link cable, but I don't know who has those anymore, because I know I don't. So, that was pretty much it for this episode. So, on the next episode, sorry for this being real flustered and just everywhere, I am going to show the Battle Tower, and like I said, I'm going to try and attempt to catch the 3 legendary dogs, and if I can, Lugia and Ho-Oh. I think that's about 5 episodes. So, anyway, on the next Pokemon Crystal, as part of the Month of Extra series, I will see you next time when we go to take on the Battle Tower. See you then. And if you're wondering, the Battle Tower is over here, just above this building. I'll show it next time. See you then.